Oh,
So it automatically takes out the entire thing of oil.
nice.
Like it's just how they do it. That's how they do. A fish journal. When you grew up, you became an outdoorsman too. It looks like. And maybe.
Here we go. But yeah, I still have bee larva.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Sweet. Now whatever you put in the bottle to drink is going to taste like oil.
There we are.
Huh.
Yeah, I think that having a full thing of lantern oil should be.
Yeah, that's probably why they arranged it that way. Yeah, it really makes me wonder now. Love the hair on those guys. Makes them look like perpetually shocked by something. One of the fun things too is that I want to say this is probably one of the first Zelda games really focus a lot on Link's sword combat.
Right.
Because later on, Skyward Sword would do the the Wiimote direction style stuff. And you have to do things like slashing certain directions to get around enemy shields and stuff like that. But yeah, I actually kind of prefer this version with even it's pretty simplistic, which move does what. But yeah, in Skyward Sword it basically just came down to the enemy does this one, so therefore you do that.
Right.
There's not really much thought to it.
Oh, I can just.
Hey, thief. One thing I really liked in Link's Awakening was that you actually could basically you get a one-time free item if you by just walking out the door with it. But in exchange, the shopkeeper will kill you if you come back in. I want to say it changed your name to Thief too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was really neat that they... Oh, it was green in that light.
Okay.
I thought it was really neat they let you do that, because one of the first things that a lot of new players RPGs do, like... is just, well, okay, if the merchant has all this stuff, why don't we just kill him and take it?
Right.
Or the more innocent times when I just, steal it and hope I don't run into him again.
Right. Simple answer, you don't dare.
Maybe go talk to Ami over here.
Huh. Well.
I am thou art I.
Huh.
Yeah, apparently this guy also had a section of his journey where he turned into a wolf. A lot of that going around there. In your current state.
Should say if I'm from the forest and now faces. It would be worthy to receive the secret sign.
They'll be the one that teaches you those special moves. Like this one.
Hidden skill, ending blow.
I stick everything on the single blow.
To end their breath. Finish.
Say that basically this is one long prelude for finish him. Thus, Link brutally murdered his sword teacher and never learned anything else.
Well, how else do you think he died?
Oh, yeah.
Overlook your opportunity to finish with A.
He doesn't even know any finishing moves.
And of course it's in the scroll.
Yep.
6 hidden skills for you to learn.
I remember people actually calling this stuff, calling like Link learning like EI sword skills weeaboo. It's like, yeah, well, one, it is in fact a Japanese game,
Right.
and two, it's like the whole thing of heroes learning secret techniques from books and scrolls has been everywhere in history.
Right.
Yeah.
Though it is a little bit different because in a lot of Western mythology, like the Greek mythologies, for example, you know, they didn't really have like hidden techniques or things like that.
Right.
It was just kind of assumed that everybody fought kind of the same way.
Well, for the West, I meant later on, like in the late Middle Ages and later, where like people would be trying to learn like secret weapon techniques to beat each other in duels and everything.
Oh yeah, like the end him rightly.
Yeah, that's actually I was gonna mention one the finishing move. That's what I was leading up to. It's like one show that and I were watching on YouTube. Had a guy who covers a lot of historical stuff.
Yeah, his name is Skolagrin.
Skolagrin, yeah, that was the guy. I couldn't remember his name.
Finish. But yeah, if you get a chance, you should totally check him out.
Right.
And yeah, his basically the end him rightly thing was actually basically unscrewing the pommel of your sword and flinging it at an opponent.
Right.
Which apparently would stun them enough to let you finish them off.
Right. Because the idea, and the funny thing is, for somebody who's never tried it, the theory craft is sound. It's like, okay, people wear armor sturdy enough, a sword is not going to be able to punch through it. And, and even like, when full plate became out of favor, people would still be wearing helmets and breastplates and stuff like that until much later. So it's like, well, what do you do if you can to get a good hit on somebody? You stun him, and then you finish him off. Makes sense, right? Well, the only problem is that you actually need the pommel to hold your blade steady, keep it locked in place, basically. So he had the kind of funny thing where he would just spend the 15 seconds, or whatever, to unscrewing the pommel, which at that point, of course, would mean the sword was useless. Wait. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's the thing that I thought of when you said hidden techniques in the West.
Right.
Some are better than others.
Right.
Is that an opponent up there?
Yeah, you probably have to lock on and take him out the slingshot first. Also would not be a Zelda game without spiders.
Pretty much. I don't know if I need to go this way first, but I might as well.
Right. Speaking of spiders, the Skulltulas, the gold Skulltula thing was one of the things that turned me off of Ocarina of Time. I just hate collectathon stuff like that. It depends. Some of it I do kind of like, and there are a couple things where if it's interesting enough and I like playing the game enough, then I'll go ahead and look at the achievements and everything and kind of get an idea of what's out there and then maybe do it. But yeah, they just didn't feel like doing that.
Yeah, I think your biggest problem with it is that you really didn't get a whole lot for it.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't as much of an immediate benefit. Like eventually you got like the entire Skulltula family or something silly like that.
Right. But, yeah, that's one thing too. It's like if there's some stuff in games that you don't really need or doesn't give you anything interesting, I tend not to bother with it. Like I don't know if you saw it when Ben booted up the file, but my save on here I think is missing three hearts, off the maximum, because I never bothered to go back and get them all in this game. So you didn't really need to.
Do you get my...
Hey!
Aren't you the popular one? Okay.
Women can't get enough of them. It's one weird trick. Guess you could say it's the animal magnetism.
Oh. Well, you could.
You could.
Hold on, there's grass to trim. Oh, finally, pots to break.
Whoa.
Now the real Legend of Zelda begins here.
That's why the tunic of the hero is green, because of all the plants, all the shrubbery you have to chop down in your pursuit of items. Hey, Vex.
Hey, Vex.
Powerful Link, you should follow this monkey.
Huh.
Oh, well, you put it that way. How could we refuse? And if rightly, you know what to do.
It's not actually letting me... There we go.
Makes you weak to pierce damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I wanted to show off a little bit, but...
at least the monkey appreciates you. You know, it's... You know what's...
I'll take fangirls wherever I can find them, I guess. Here's
Yeah, I actually like it when you have, when the characters following you around in these things that actually acknowledge what you're doing, even in a simple way.
Oh, that's a bomb.
Right. Even if it's in a simple way of kill enemy, then celebrate. That's still like one of my favorite little touches is in Resident Evil 4 when Ashley does that little, fist pump whenever you shoot one of the Ganado to their deaths in the tram segment. It has been a while. How have you been, Vex? I think you were here for one Dark Souls 3 stream, which, that ended up being kind of a disaster. And I don't think since then. You died in Darkest Dungeon and came back. I don't know if we told you about that.
Yep, Death couldn't keep Vex down.
You would be laughing stew.
There we go.
But yeah, with the monkey celebrating when you kill an enemy, I thought that was pretty neat.
Yep.
You probably use the slingshot, yeah. That's a heck of a trick shot. You're shooting down a web with a slingshot. Oh, okay. Torches.
It is sadly true. Like, Link is the last person you should ask if you want useful information.
We have not played Ashes of Ariandel. We have been heavily mulling over whether to play much more Dark Souls 3 at all before spending more money on it. Is basically where we're at.
Ashes of Ariandel?
That's the DLC.
Ah.
First of, I want to say 2 that were planned.
I guess I'll have to come back later to get all that stuff.
Right. It'll probably have a... I don't remember what the dungeon item is here, but they'll probably have something to run you through your paces.
Almost certainly. So...
You look so happy opening that chest. Yeah, gimme.
Well, fair enough, I guess. Alright. Oh gosh.
I remember this, but I don't remember it being so early in the game. Huh. Well.
That jerk.
You are a jerk, bearded baboon.
Vex hasn't had the desire to pick it up either.
Gotcha. Oh, seriously, I think that's it. Order until we close.
Monkey fights?
Oh no!
Maybe you should just follow. And yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything else over here, so okay.
Yep, yeah, we have 10 minutes before we close, and somebody just called in an order. I'll head on.
Go forth, make some money.
Well, I got about 5 before they'll take some time to cook it.
Oh. Aha!
But to say, it's like you just imagine Link looking for a second, saying, I don't have a prehensile tail, though.
Oh, she was thinking about your feet.
Or feet, okay. Well, he doesn't have prehensile feet either.
Right.
So.
Rip monkey.
AP bug.
Got started on games at the time.
Oh, I can understand that, yeah.
I even go this way. Is there any reason to go this way?
I had phases like that.
It doesn't look like.
I have phases like that too, where I just don't really feel like playing much of anything. Usually it's some old game like Final Fantasy Tactics or Master of Magic that snaps me out of it.
Actually, that should be fine just where it is.
I want to say that Ocarina of Time did kind of the same thing, where it's like they didn't want to give you bombs right away, so they could kind of ease you into...
Ah!
She's only a little horrifying. Yeah, with it zoomed in so close, you can get a good look at her face. It's kind of funny. Like, I like the monkey's expression too.
Yeah. We're out of here.
It's all kind of one big derp off in there.
Okuko.
Mm-hmm.
Oko? Oko?
Uku, I think.
Uku? And user.
Oko. That sounds like you're about to start a chant. Oko. What a horrifying chicken. Yeah, in fact, Vex played and refunded the new Binding of Isaac. Wow. And I remember you were one of the guys from Remember Right that liked that kind of those games. So I wasn't going to buy the new expansion. So now also Jesus. So somebody stream it and doubly not going to get it. Yeah.
I forgot to say hi. You can't see me like shaking my head in disapproval, but
No, the Lorax ads reviews of the expansion on Steam sound awful.
ouch. Well, I know which way the monkey wants me to go, but let's go this way first.
This way first.
Just wish he was a bit more nimble as he moved along.
Yeah, I need to say that Uku was one of the horrifying chicken was one of the things I definitely remember from this game.
Huh.
For all the wrong reasons. I know that eventually we'll be coming back with the boomerang to knock that stuff down, but the mask-looking thing on their back is really cool.
Oh, that was easy. Well, he wants you to go this way, so this way I go.
Fair enough.
We don't have a key.
Yeah, you don't have a key. All right, pick the lock, monkey. You want to go this way so badly?
I guess we'll have to go back the other way.
Oh, now you know why not to go the wrong way first. Ah, right. I do love the windsock effect on Link's hand here.
Right. You know, I'm just not gonna fight those guys. Just don't see much of a reason to.
Yup.
Oh.
No, it's Oko. Oh, there's your key.
Yay! But only in this area.
Yeah, for anybody who hasn't played the original the NES Zelda games, which there's probably a couple people, at least some people, if we do end up putting this on YouTube, at the risk, the wrath of Nintendo and everything. But yeah, in the first two games, keys were a normal resource. They just added it to your total, and you could take them to other dungeons. As a matter of fact, there was some stuff in Zelda 2 where I want to say there weren't actually enough keys if you didn't do that, or if you either had to buy the spell that gave you the master key, I think. You had to do something like that, or you had to go back and farm extra keys. There's some kind of rigmarole that if you didn't get the master key in that game. And, yeah,
Which sounds kind of silly, really.
Right. And yeah, so ever since then, it's been your keys only work in the dungeons that they're in, because that way Nintendo can design them accordingly.
Hey, Branson.
Hey.
Okay. So more monkey business.
I like the spelling with the S-I-N. Makes it sound like Branson is Missouri's Vegas. Which,
Sin City.
Sin City. Which I guess it kind of is, if nothing else by default. If there's something you know, you can roll into that too.
You just need a little bit more mass to make it work.
Right.
There we go.
It's like the early Zeldas weren't very well designed.
Yeah. Maybe.
I watched, I mentioned her LPs and Dark Souls stuff before, but Kay did a Zelda 1 LP, and watching that one again, it's like, I honestly don't understand how people played those games. Because I played Zelda 1 much later after the fact, which I already knew, the tropes and everything. And so it wasn't so bad, but yeah, I can't imagine how people actually played those games, quote-unquote, right. Like I did eventually, like for Castlevania 2, it's like I remember there was one thing we needed a hint guide for. I don't think it was the one you're thinking of. I think I figured out the cliff thing.
Yeah.
But there was something we needed it for, and likewise for some of those games I had to play with the paper equivalent of GameFAQs from back then. You hang in there, Ben, and I'll be back later.
I'll do my best. Is it this one? Aha! Maybe. No, this probably requires the boomerang in order to use. Yep. Boomerang, not the monkeys. Let's go, we just rush on back and continue going wherever we need to go. So we go this way. Maybe. Nope. The acquisition in this game is a little difficult. Let's see. Ah. Interesting. Well, that was worth it. I'm guessing that means that the actual way to get up... Oh, I bet I can cling onto these. Aha! Link's Awakening and Majora's Mask is still some of Zeus's personal favorites, though it's in large part just how weird and unique those games are. Ocarina of Time and Link to the Past are both not terrible or anything, but definitely overrated. Yeah, I know that Wayne still has a great deal of fondness for Link to the Past. I know that he streamed it just a little bit ago. And, yeah, he also kind of liked Ocarina at the time. Yeah, I know that I never actually really got into any of them. Like, I did play Link to the Past, and I'm pretty sure I played Ocarina of Time as well. But the Zelda games, I didn't get as much into. Here. Ah, now that we have two of them, we can go this way. Zelda 1 is the Dark Souls of... Oh, no. Don't even say it. Thankfully, Wayne isn't here, so you can't spark the discussion, but... Link to the Past is great, but I'm sure that's nostalgia. I don't know, P-Bug, I think that... It is a little bit like Zeus was saying. It's not a bad game, it's just that, I do think that nostalgia does, put a little bit more into it than potentially is actually there. Okay. Huh. That was weird. Oh, so I can't actually hurt that thing. At least not directly. Ah! There we go. Yeah, I'm liking how the enemies are actually changing up a little bit. That said, I see no monkey, so I'm starting to wonder if this is actually the right way. We shall see, I suppose. It's a fine game, but it's so far from the best 2D Zelda. guessing you jump on them? Okay, let's see if there's anywhere I can bomb. There's definitely one thing about the Zelda games that I noticed, that they do have... Oh, they actually eats you. I see. I wonder if I have to drop the bomb on. Ah. I bet I have to actually drop it on them. Yep, there we go. Cool. Let's see, and that's a way out. But for now, let's go this way, now that it's safe. That is another way forward. Ah, and I bet I have to bomb that. There are a lot of different things I have to bomb here. Well, for now, let's go ahead and do it this way. I bet that's not actually safe. Oh, it is. Look, I can climb back up, too. There we are. Wow, gross. Yeah, basically. Ah. I bet I have to drop it down there. Ah. There we go. Okay, now let's see what that thing had. Oh, piece of heart. Awesome. Do we need that bug for anything? I am having a dickens of a time actually hitting those things. Yeah, I don't see anything in this area. And Link does not have the ups to actually do that, so... Let's see. I guess, let's go ahead and go this way. Zeus asks a question. Do I like this game? Don't know much about it, but it doesn't seem especially well regarded from what I hear. I kind of like it. I mean, obviously, you know, that has a bit of a caveat to it. But by and large, I think that it's probably one of my more favored Zelda games. I guess I'm going to need the boomerang for that as well. But yeah, especially in terms of story and things like that, I'm actually a fairly, you know, I definitely like it more so than a lot of the other Zelda games. But obviously, with the usual caveat, to each their own, etc., etc., so forth and so on. Okay. Can't say you're a fan of the aesthetic either. I don't know, it's different from a lot of the Zelda games, but that's part of the reason why I like it. Like, it is actually, you know, noticeably different, and I think in this case in a very good way. I was thinking better, I was like, you know, I might need rupees at some point in the future, so let's just go ahead and hop back down and grab them. We hop on over this way. Yeah, it is funny. Much less into 3D Zeldas than into 2D, not super impressed with a lot of them, mostly Majora's Mask and Wind Waker, what I'm into in terms of 3D. Yeah, that's fair enough. Although again, I do find it really interesting, you know, finding out, you know, why people prefer some things over others. That face. Huh. Well, that's unpleasant. Oof. I'm trying to think of... Okay, so you cannot burn it. That is actually good to know. I think I might be doing some damage. Ah, there we go. I actually got the 3DS version of Majora's Mask recently. It's been a long time since I played it, so I'm kind of rediscovering it. Not even to the first dungeon yet, but having a good time. Yeah, that's definitely the important thing. Ah. You are what I need. And not quite. Okay. There we go. Also, I really love how grim and weird Majora's Mask is. Yeah, I think that that if I gave it another shot, I might like it because it does have that completely different feel to it from a lot of Zelda games. But I haven't gotten around to it. Alright, with that, we should be able to open this. There we go. Okay, rupees got. It's true, P-Bug, I'll never get to the NBA like that. Not sure to what extent classic Majora's Mask will hold up today. Into the 3DS version has a lot of tweaks and polish. Like I said, I don't remember the original that well. Yeah, that is a good question, because you know, depending on the remake, they may have made it a lot better. Not sure exactly what the differences are. Let's see. Yeah, this is pretty much impassable right now, because I don't think I can actually toss the bombs where I need them. Let's go back and see if I now have enough monkeys. Are 3 monkeys enough? It would not seem so. Okay. You would think that having 3 monkeys would give me some more options. I really am kind of struggling here. Oops. There we are. Let's see. Is there any reason to go this way again? No, that's just where the one monkey was captured. If I go through here, I'm reasonably sure the monkeys won't appear again. Yeah, the fact that they're not here means that this can't be the right way. But where do I go from here? This basically is the only way. So the other one just stays up there. I don't think they actually do anything. See, if I go back, does that get me anywhere? Interesting. 2 of them go up anyway. Ah! Ah! Yeah, not running into monsters would be a great start. So this very obviously was not the right way. Unfortunately, this is one of the downsides of the Legend of Zelda series. I remember other games kind of having the same problem of, you know, some dungeons or some temples are just kind of obtuse. It's like, I know what I need in order to proceed, I'm just not quite sure where they are. In this case, the boomerang. Because I'm reasonably sure it's the boomerang. I wish I knew what was going on with that guy. You know, the fact that he's
Can't do it. Aren't you?
so yeah, he doesn't do anything. Yeah, they don't help there. So this is basically the only way I can proceed. They don't follow me here, which is great. I think I'm just not going to fight them. I don't think I can actually go anywhere this way. Because it gets blown away. I'm pretty sure I need the boomerang in order to do anything with that. Oh, pretty nice shot, though. Ah! So unfortunately, this is going to be a problem. Yep. So I can make one go the right direction, but not the other. I'm pretty sure there's no wind in the other cavern at all. So... The only other thing I could think of is the one route we haven't gone, which is this one right here. But we just don't have any bombs for that. Maybe that can work. Basically, I would need to have this one come after me. Oh, it only goes so far. Yeah, I just don't have enough time for that. If I get a really good toss here, oops. And yeah, if anyone in the chat has a suggestion for me, by all means. This is unfortunately part of the Legend of Zelda that I'm not a huge fan of. Aha! I didn't think you could hop over with that. Well, with that, we should be good to go. Yeah, people give this suggestion right as I figured it out. Don't need to throw it, just leap down there with it. Alright, one more monkey. Hopefully 4 is a charm. Let's see. Knock down. There's grass that needs cutting. Oh, what's that? Huh. Weird. First things first, though, I saw that treasure chest in that pot, so let's go ahead and get them. Ah, that's what I needed. That's what I wanted. What that thing is all about. I'm guessing I will actually have to kill them. Wait a minute. A treasure chest there. There we are. Simple enough puzzle. Yeah, they were right about getting oil. On the other hand, I don't think I actually needed a refill. And finisher. There we are. It is back once again. Okay. Whoa! So that's what they do. Interesting. Oh, and it looks like they'll always pop up under the same area. Oh, that is kind of interesting, actually. Now, let us see if there's anything this-a-way.
I have returned. Yes.
You missed me getting the fourth monkey and kind of flailing around for a little bit.
I remember the chain of monkeys.
Oh, my first red rupee.
Hear no evil, see no evil, and cast a hero of time over a pit, no evil. A hero of time, hero. I guess chosen hero.
Yep, chosen hero.
Yep.
Someone called it, made a Dark Souls reference, and you weren't here, so thank goodness for that. Alright. So with that, I think we should be safe to just
Rat the luck.
hop down and hopefully get across. This is 4 monkeys. I don't think we can possibly get more monkeys than this.
Oh. You have to let them all down. Well, kind of let you down, but you know.
Okay. Maybe with all of these monkeys combined.
Your monkeys combined, I am.